You know what time it is. Let's listen to it. Let's spin the wheel. Uh-oh. Did everyone just jump on the internet when they got home? All right. Me too. It looks like Karsten crashed the stream. We back, boys. We back, boys. Oh, I muted myself. No, I didn't. Phew. Hey, I'm gonna catch up on some of these. Not Matthias, thank you for the $4 tip. Just a finished banger, I can't wait. Pandra, thank you for gifting a sub to Passio. Bye Becca, tip for $4. Wish I could do 2 versions of this song, because this isn't their best vocals. Well, we'll listen to it anyway. All right, now that we are back on the internet, from whatever shitty mobile internet I'm on, let's spin the damn wheel. All right. Tao, you were already picked. Get out of here. Tao is just chaotic. Am I muted? Is it not sounding? Everything on my end is good. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? That's weird. Check, check. So half of you guys don't know how to click unmute on the browser or the app, and then half of you guys can. That's scary. That's a scary number of user errors to me. Thank you guys. All right. So, cool. But thank you for the heads up. You know I appreciate it. Shadow of Death. What are we listening to? What are we listening to next? And no tube at all. Let us know. We'll slip yours in. Maybe I hope I didn't miss it. But if you have a song as well, we can slip that in the queue. Whoa. Pandra with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much. Thank you, Pandra. You're awesome. Guys, if you got a subscription from Pandra, I don't know, Didi, were we? I like doing the wheel. I think we'll do tipped requests when we get to the tipped requests, but I think the wheel, I know if we're doing the wheel, we should do the wheel. And then when we get back to the regular order of things, we'll do the regular order of things. And then I'll turn off tipped requests so we can get through all of them at some point. I think that's a pretty good system. 88 or 89? Great. Thank you. Let's go find them. 88 or 89? Delane or Creep? Oh, we're doing Therion. Oh, here it is. It's for me, it's 90. That's okay. I'll just plug it in. Boom, baby. Let's do it. Guys, this is This is. Thank you. Okay, market anarchy. Hurts the queue's integrity? All right. I mean, I appreciate you being here, but that's like, I think that's a little intense. Because it's not like we do it every day. All right, guys, this is Midgard Therion cover by Ranthiel. Let's hear it.
Behind the dead, before their eyes, surrounded by the serpent Jormungand.
Yup. Wait. Wait. Yeah, by the way, thank you for those 5 gifted subscriptions. Guys, if you got a subscription from Yeah, please give him a big thank you. Whoa. Whoa. At first I was like, wow. And then I was like, wow. And then I'm like, whoa. There is no moment. There's like, we just go from like underground singing all the way to like the clouds. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Let's go back and listen to this. Oh, that's not going back, is it? I think with my crappy internet also comes crappy connection with YouTube. Look how pulled back his tongue is. Like that's something totally way off of my understanding of, how the technique works. But it is a way, we see a lot of people who do really low, who need to release the voice for screams, right? Who need to bring those vocal folds apart. They pull their tongue back often to kind of allow that musculature to be relaxed. No doubt that's the thing that's happening here. Because in order to get those low tones with so much richness, you need to have a relaxed phonation down here. I'd be afraid of swallowing it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, the voices are really well done together. I mean, I think that's a mixing and mastering thing because they're all clearly in like a studio. But pulling that tongue back to get that larynx down, no doubt. I mean, it has to do with it. If you're lowering that larynx in order to get that really rich chest sound in there, then it's pulling the tongue back helps. It will hurt when it comes to other types of singing, but for what he's doing, oh my gosh. And look at how relaxed her tongue is. It's just like sitting there. So sometimes it comes in with a little vibrato, right? And I just want to also bring a little bit more attention to how her posture is how even this posture is, and how this is such an awesome like excerpt, just like 4 amazing singers. Her posture is, her face is completely relaxed and calm. That's how you get to those high notes and able to sit with them, by not expending excess energy, by not adding excess tension to the chords, but just keeping the posture up, sending the air evenly, making sure it's connected to the voice and going up. Super awesome. Yeah, if you type !song, you can see what song this is. This is a Midgard Therion cover by Ranthiel. Is she the high soprano? I mean, it's bringing out the high soprano in the mix right now. But I can't, because there's also like a mezzo soprano, lower soprano part kind of cutting in the harmonies. Hello, Florist Floor fan. Good to see you. So we talked a little bit about this in the Discord, but singers with a tongue ring, sometimes it might cause difficulty if you're trying to train your tongue to work in a different way. But it's yielding pretty good results in this case. Very, very good results in this case. Thank you, Shadow of Death. All right, so here's our soprano, and there's our tenor, right? I want to call out on his singing. It's very, very like even, very clear. It's a great recording tenor voice that's not, commercial. It's very free and relaxed. And one thing that's contributing to that freedom in the voice is like, see how even his facial, his body posture, his facial posture is so even and relaxed. And that's how we can just get those clean, da, 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 those, but like with more body in the sound, right? It's just very, very... Oh, Market Anarchy, it definitely can be his voice. Like, if you've ever heard a true bass in person, that sound can be, like, very viscerally intense and, like, something so totally crazy. That's why in my industry, if you're a true bass, you get, like, snatched up by agents and everything off the bat. Because if you can make that sound, it's, like, it's, like, something that people just love. And it's very rare. Yes, Fortunesque, yeah. You mentioned the tongue piercing. It was messing with your tongue a little bit. And there's a lot of factors. But like at the same time, singers without a tongue piercing also have difficulty with tongue placement and figuring things out in that sense. This is an awesome recording. Yeah, Passio, anything from the queue. That's just like, see how relaxed his face is and keeping that chest voice in for what that's probably like an F or a G or something. EAB Pro. Makes you anxious. I don't know. It would make me anxious too. I don't think I would do it. So it's funny. I picked the wrong video for the high soprano earlier, but the same thing holds true, right? They're both just very relaxed, very good posture, very upright. And the one thing is, and we talk about this sometimes, if you're learning to sing, in your higher register, one thing you really need to stop thinking about, which these singers are doing a beautiful job of, is the shape of the vowel and the integrity of the language. Because after like an F4, think about it, like the language you use and the shape of the vowel you use is almost unintelligible to the ear of the listener. Like you almost can't hear what words are being said because of the nature of the sound, right? Yeah. I mean, it's like I can't really understand the words she's saying. I can't understand the vowels, even if it's not a language I'm aware of, or I'm not listening for language either way. But you can't understand the vowel she's making. The vowel she's choosing to sing is more about yielding the sound she wants to create. Nothing she's doing is like wrenching open the jaw. Nothing she's doing is kind of getting in the way of the sound, showing the teeth when she needs to, opening up for those wider notes, letting the tongue stay relaxed and forward. Fundamentals, amazing fundamentals in this recording. She's singing that lower part. The colors are very similar. I like this nice like fade that we just paused on. She gets a little more warmth listening to that lower soprano part, that mezzo soprano alto part. We're getting a little more warmth, and that's probably caused by, you know, that higher tongue placement in the back, allowing for that soft palate to be raised, getting a little more coloration in the sound. We get a little more warmth in that lower soprano part. If you can hear it in the mix, it's taken back a lot next to the high soprano. Can you teach us how to roll our R's? Not for any specific reason. Yes, I can teach you to roll your R's. We can do that after this one. Why is she pointing away from the mic? There's a couple reasons you might want to point away from the mic. And it might not even be like a conscious thought, but she's facing the camera. That's one reason, right? If you want to look at the camera while you're singing. The other reason might be that when you're singing in this style with classical technique, you're creating a lot of different sounds. The voice itself is a complex tone, which means you're creating different fundamental frequencies. The overtones are the ones that are not heard as well as the fundamental. The fundamental is the pitch you hear. But when you're singing operatically, or when you're singing at any time, you know, especially with the classical technique, all of those different overtones, those different sounds that happen in the voice, they adjust as they travel away from you. So if you're facing directly into the mic and singing with this kind of technique, you could be picking up some different frequencies that you don't necessarily want in the recording. And it's actually most prevalent with brass instruments. If you ever recorded a brass instrument and the bell of the brass instrument, like the end of the instrument, is facing directly into the microphone, you can hear some pretty like undesirable sounds because you're hearing like everything that's happening in the lips, the spit going through the horn and everything. And that instrument is it's not built to be recorded, right? It's built to be 50 feet away from you and you can hear it, right? It's the same principle with the voice. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. But there are a lot of, you know, she may have learned that she doesn't like the sound of her voice being recorded when she sings directly into the mic. So you might go to the side. I do that too sometimes, depending on what I'm recording for who and for what project. But yeah, there's a lot of different reasons why you might be facing away for her. Most commonly I will say is that reason. If you're singing with a classical technique, you're creating a lot of different sounds that when they get, 5-10 feet away from you, they'll adjust and they'll mix together. And, if you're in a church or a big concert hall, they'll combine and create this really awesome sound. The reason people like to go hear live classical music. If you're recording the classical voice, you don't want all of that. It makes it more difficult to work with in a post-production standpoint. All right, let's keep it going. Dude, that tongue position just blows my mind. Literally, the tip of his tongue is behind his teeth up behind his teeth the entire time. That's crazy. That's so crazy. So the one thing I will say about the lead soprano, the high soprano, in her onsets market, because I love that, she is hitting them perfectly. The voice is a little, to my ear, which sounds amazing in this context, it's a little held. It's a little tense, and that's only to my ear is because when you're not using a microphone and you're not being recorded right in front of you, the sound she's making is perfect for it. The way she's approaching the note, the tension she brings into it is good. It's good tension. It's a good stability that she's adding to the sound. If you were in a non-acoustic, to my classically operatic ear, it will inhibit the sound that travels. It inhibits the singer's formant, the traveling resonance. But what it does allow her to do is be incredibly specific and incredibly consistent in her sound as she goes up. So it's totally, totally good. Like stamp of approval. Yes, do that here. Really, really awesome. Tenor is Cass. The bass is Fede Rodriguez. Soprano 2, Melissa Torres. Let's give all these people their due. Nice. Juan de Munoz, the fiddle. Wait, I just missed that. Guys, this was such an awesome recording. Oh, now we can go back. Man, EAB Pro, yeah, just talk to a mod to work it out whenever you want to make that happen. Capriani. Savage. I'm not a guitar guy, so I can't say. Wow. Oh man. So I want to talk about this bass part. This is like. So yeah, Market Anarchy. There's definitely some layering happening in this post-production. And you can hear it in the start of the words. Whatever that word. So there's definitely some layering happening, but it may have just been taking multiple takes of his own singing, because I doubt they would just kind of take a bunch of different voices. Yeah, but layering is something that works in this studio context, and it adds more depth to the sound, but it's definitely the same voice making it happen. Yeah, it's curious. It's very curious. I'd love to spend some time in a room with him and just hear him sing, it's like I've spent so much time since making these videos kind of just spending time thinking about how the studio affects the actual voice and the post-production affects the voice. And you have to kind of hear through those different attributes, right? You have to hear through the different parts of singing and make it work. I don't know. It's very cool. Yeah. So everything she's doing is tension free, right? It's very relaxed. It's very released and free. It's a free sound, but she's creating consistency in the tone by adding on like an additional layer of stability that is not allowing the voice to vibrate so freely. But like super lovely at all layers of it. Definitely adding more color in with her voice. It's lower. She has more kind of freedom to work with less tension in the sound, so she can add more color from the vocal tract. Again, that space between the larynx and the front of her mouth. Really awesome. Like I want to just talk about these guys all day. This is really fantastic. Yeah, Black Dahlia. I've got cretins all around me making lots of noise, so that's probably what you're hearing right now. That's okay. That little pinch of tension in the forehead. That's okay. I mean, it's like it works really well. That pinch of tension will allow him to get up into that head voice, that head voice, that supported head voice sound while maintaining chest timbre. That pinch is an indication that there's an added stability in the vocals, right? There's an added amount of musculature happening down here in the voice. Look at his teeth, man. All right, we've gone through this like twice. It's fine. I think we've gotten everything we needed out of this. Fantastic singing, guys. Midgard Therion cover. This is by Ranthiel. These are some awesome voices. I'm looking forward to hearing more of them in the future. Really, really good. Really, really good stuff. All right, guys. It is time